Hey guys, Scott here to talk about more console optimization. This time, a petition was started to really give consoles some help with Dead by Daylight. This particular one is asking for a low graphics setting, which is one of the many options that you have when it comes to optimizing a game for console. That's typically what you would normally do because you would want to value the performance of a multiplayer game over just how it looks, right? Doesn't matter. The shadows are a bit higher resolution if the game runs like garbage and doesn't even function in a lot of regards. And obviously, sacrificing performance is the correct choice. And we all thought that's what they were going to do when they announced this optimization roadmap 3 years ago now. So this is definitely something that needs to be done. However, look, bottom line, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, if the end result is that consoles can run the game better, we all win. That's a great thing. But I want to look at it from the other side and how no matter what behavior does in this scenario, they lose. Which frankly good, because they kind of deserve it after this shit not happening for 3 years now. But let's look at every possible response they have to this situation. The first response is they go, okay, we hear you. We're working on a fix, and we will have a fix for this, an optimization, a graphic setting for you in the next patch coming out. So if they do that, A, it'll prove that they only changed this because of bad PR and because, I mean, that's basically it, right? Because if they can change it that fast, it shows us that they have the power to input, a lower setting, a performance setting or something like that. They have the ability to do it, and it's been 3 years and they've just chosen not to for whatever reason. So they know that console has lots of problems, but they just didn't do anything because they just don't give a shit. So with that option, it proves they only care about the bad PR of it, and they had the option to change it, and they just chose not to. Option B is they say, okay, well, we hear you, but it's not so easy, and we're going to be slowly working on the solutions to this issue over time, and we'll give you more updates as it goes. This is a very behavior style answer, and it's such a behavior style answer that that's literally what they're already doing. So if they say that, it's no improvement to what we already have, because that's what they said 3 years ago with the whole optimization roadmap. It's going to be a slow process. We're working on it. We're going to get these things optimized, and you're going to have much better FPS over time. It's just hollow words at this point. So if they say that somewhere down the line, they hear us, they know it's a problem, but they will fix it, it's no better than the current situation that we're in, because that's already what they've said. And then there's option C, I think the most likely option, where they just ignore it entirely. And that way they avoid the bad PR of it. And it just eventually, that's how petitions online tend to go. People ignore it, especially the people on the receiving end of it. Eventually it just sort of goes away. There have been people talking about console problems for a long, long time. Even in the Discord I used to be a part of, they used to talk about that. And I've heard in the Fog Whisperers Discord, they talk about that. Like, everyone talks about it. They're aware of it. They just choose not to do anything about it. And it's really as simple as just adding a low graphics setting, lower resolution, shadow maps, things like that. Anti-aliasing goes down, filtering goes down. Just make the game look a bit shittier, of course, but make it so, when you dead hard, I don't laugh as a killer as they just dab for a second and don't even go anywhere. I laugh and then it's just sad. And then I just feel bad. So I don't think there's any excuse. This game doesn't look good enough to justify how shit it runs on console. For example, here is Metal Gear Solid 5, A Phantom Pain on last-gen consoles. This game looks better than Dead by Daylight, and it's an older game, and this is running on last-gen consoles. So this is obviously a very well-optimized game, so it shouldn't be the standard benchmark, but that should really prove, oh wait, no, this is on the fucking PlayStation 3. This is actually from 2 consoles ago. This is 15 years old, the console that this game is running on, and it still looks better than Dead by Daylight, and it runs better. So if you can do this on a fucking PlayStation 3, a 15-year-old console, you should be able to have a game in which you dead hard and you don't just freeze in place. So there's no excuse for behavior whatsoever. It's pathetic how bad the game runs on console. It doesn't look good enough to justify it. And, it is, I was about to say, it's about time that we give people, or we give them shit, but they're already getting shit. So I don't know. Like, no matter what they do, they're going to look bad. So they're fucked in this scenario regardless, which again, I don't care. They frankly deserve it with how bad they've treated console. But at the end of the day, even if they do whatever bullshit they're going to do and they're going to look bad, if at the end of the day, console still gets performance improvements, then that's fine. I don't care that they look bad. I just care that console players can actually fucking play the game because it's pathetic at this point. So yeah, I don't really believe in petitions that much. I don't think they ever really do anything. Sometimes they do though. So if you support this, which you should, I mean, might as well sign it. Takes 5 seconds, no reason not to. And guess we can hope for the best. But thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. See you next time.